So this time we're taking a look at Generations Warpath from the Transformers. And I tell you, this guy was hard to find. I couldn't find him anywhere. And then good friend Aetherus69 hooked me up. So thank you very much, Aetherus. Really glad to get this guy. He's a great figure. Sadly, probably the last of the Generations figures that we're going to see until the end of Dark of the Moon. Very much like his G1 version, he is a tank. He comes with a missile that shoots. As you can see in the picture here, it is quite longer. I decided to cut it. I think it looks a lot better, and the missile still works. And see, I think it looks a hell of a lot better, both in this mode and in the robot mode. So a little bit of homages to the character here. We got ZOW333, which is meant to be Zowie, and on this side we have K490W, which is Kapow, and which this in the G1 cartoon, this guy was pretty famous for having some kind of automatopoeia Tourette's syndrome, where he would just shout out like kablam or zowie or bam very eagerly in the middle of a sentence. And so that was kind of fun as a kid watching that guy. Now his G1 alt version was a Sheridan tank, sort of a light tank that popped up during the late 60s, and they actually used it up until I think Gulf War #1. Of course, this guy is an H tank that doesn't really exist today. And some other cool facts about his G1 character is that he was one of those guys that kind of just showed up in the middle of a season. They never really explained it, but he did get a nice explanation of how he came to Earth in the Marvel Comics, and having to do with a whole bunch of, basically a bunch of new Transformers, and they were on I don't even believe they were on Cybertron, but they were fighting Lord Straxus and basically got sent to Earth somehow. I don't remember. Probably having to do with a space bridge. Yeah, that's it. There's a space bridge, and one of their commander or one of their number was actually built into the space bridge. I remember that. Yeah, so anyway, he's also one of the few characters to survive the movie purge, the Transformers movie purge, and actually make it into season 3 of the 80s series. Now he showed up quite briefly in Transformers Animated, and I believe that's all we've seen of him. Certainly there have probably been other Autobot tanks, but none so close to collectors or fans' hearts as Warpath. Now there was also a Legends class figure, very similar, another H-tank design. I never found that one, so I'm actually glad that I don't have it, because I don't feel like I wasted my money on it. The turret is actually pretty cool. It goes 360 degrees. I know, it's pretty strange. The turret of the gun raises and lowers. So that's another cool little touch to the alt mode. And now what I like about this guy is that he's not only is he a cool tank in a cool alt mode, but the transformation is very simple. Nowadays, you know, I think a lot of the transformations of these guys are just a little bit overthought, and this guy is definitely not the case. He's simple, yet everything is pretty much hidden away, and so it's really a nice transformation. So let's get him transformed. I'm going to unpeg him here. Pull these apart and down. I'm going to take these, and as you rotate it out, bend these down and like that, and rotate it forward. Do the same thing, kind of loosen it up, move it forward, flip it down, and fold it back, and rotate forward. And there, his legs are done. Now we're going to take his arms. These panels flip open, and you pull his arms down like that, and flip out his fists there, and close those panels up again. And again on the other side, open the panel, pull this down, flip out the hand, and close the panel. And we're going to flip this little piece down here, fold it down again, and we're going to fold his chest in like that and connect it there. A little bit of automorph. We're going to push in the barrel of the gun, and his head will pop up, and we can rotate his little things on up there, and there we go. That's him. Like I said, very simple, very yet still appealing and very much posable. He's got joints on his arms. You know, they go out like that, they rotate and bend. You can kind of get a wrist action going here. He does not have any torso articulation, but legs go forward, back, out. They rotate at the thigh there and bend at the knee, and I guess you can consider that sort of articulation, but that's part of the transformation. Oh, and his head does rotate. So I like to kind of pull this out when he's not engaged in battle. You can retract it there, but when you firing at Decepticons, very much like his G1 counterpart, you know, the barrel pretty much stuck out like that, and of course he still has the missile. He's a cool little figure, and you know, I kind of wish that they would do more of these, you know, adapting the mini-bots, the old 80s mini-bots, into deluxe class figures. I guess that'll be it for now, and until my next video, I'll see you.